Welcome to yet another episode of Hollywood Sequels. Today, we are going to speak about a 4-series American action comedy film, Lethal Weapon. The first two movies were already discussed in the previous episode. The third movie is Lethal Weapon 3 and the last one is Lethal Weapon 4. Lethal Weapon 3 is the third movie of the Lethal Weapon series and was released in 1992. This American action comedy film was also directed by Richard Donner and written by Jeffrey Baum, along with a new writer called Robert Mark Kamen. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover played the central characters in this movie too, as LAPD sergeants Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh respectively. Joe Pesci as Leo Jets, Darlene Love as Trish Murtaugh, and Tracy Wolf as Ryan Murtaugh reprised their roles, and the other stars are Rene Russo as Lorna Cole, Stuart Wilson as Jack Travis, the rival. Outline of the movie is that LAPD Sergeant Roger Murtaugh and his partner, Sergeant Martin Riggs, arrest Billy Phelps for trying to rob an armored truck and discovers that he has in his possession armor-piercing bullet which threatened the safety of cop. The investigation teams up Riggs and Murtaugh with Sergeant Lorna Cole of the Internal Affairs Division. In the interrogation room, Billy is murdered by Lieutenant Jack Edward Travis, a former vicious cop who now sells guns that are stolen from evidence storage facilities. Subsequently, they get a lead about Travis from Leo Jets, but unfortunately he gets away. However, Riggs, Murtaugh and Lorna Cole try to find them, and eventually, after several dramatic incidents, they conquered the foes. Lethal Weapon 3 was produced by Silver Pictures with a budget of $35 million and was also distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film was a box office success, grossing over $320 million as worldwide. It was the fifth highest grossing film of 1992 and the highest grossing installment of the entire series. Lethal Weapon 4 is the fourth and the last installment of the Lethal Weapon series and was released in 1998. Richard Donner directed this movie too. However, the screenplay was written by a new writer called Shannon Gibson. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover reprised the vital roles as LAPD sergeants Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh in this movie too. The synopsis of the movie is that LAPD sergeants Riggs and Murtaugh once again team up with Leo and rookie detective Lee Butters to investigate a Chinese immigrant smuggling ring. Subsequently, they found the Chinatown crime boss, Uncle Benny, and Hua Xing-ku, the leader of Chinese triads, were behind the smuggling. They want to create Chinese counterfeit currency, which the triads will use to release the four fathers, the high-ranking triad members, which include Ku's brother, from a corrupt Chinese general in America. Soon, Riggs and Murtaugh intercept the exchange between Ku and the general, telling the general that the money is fake. Consequently, the enraged general reacts by executing most of the four fathers, and as a result, a firefight breaks out. And at last, after several incidents, Riggs and Murtaugh finally defeated the rivals. Joe Pesci as Leo Jets, Rene Russo as Lorna Cole, Darlene Love as Trish Murtaugh, and Tracy Wolf as Ryan Murtaugh reprised their roles, and the other stars are Chris Rock as Detective Lee Butters, Chet Lee in his American film debut as Hua Xing-ku, the main antagonist, Kim Chan as Uncle Benny Chan. Shooting began in January 1998, few months before the film's release, with an estimated production budget of $120 to $150 million and was produced by Silver Pictures and Toshudo Productions. Lethal Weapon 4 was also distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film grossed $285 million in total, thus making it the second highest grossing film in the entire Lethal Weapon series. Still, like its predecessors, Lethal Weapon 4 was also there in the top 10 highest grossing film of its release year. It's time to bring a halt to the interesting Lethal Weapon series. Let's meet again next week with another interesting movie. Until then, this is Aksa signing off.